Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome back to our QPR career mode. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this series so far. Before we get into this series, obviously, or today's episode I should say, a few bits of admin, a few bits of things we're going to talk about, as it seems to be the case with every episode at the moment, but obviously it's a new series, we're just starting out, so there's going to be a couple of little teething problems, some of which we're going to cover now. Okay, so one of the biggest talking points in the comments has been the highlight system and whether people like it or not. I'm personally a big fan of it. There's been a few people that have also said they're fans of it. There have, however, been some people that aren't the biggest fan of it, which is fair. And what I want to do is try and find a happy compromise. Again, it's a system that I like. I do like the system, and I think it works quite well, and I think it adds a bit of spice to it. But I'm absolutely okay with finding a middle ground and not having it be the entirety of how we run the series. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to incorporate some games that we play the entire thing and some games that we play the highlight system. So some of those games will be feature games in episodes. Sometimes it might just be the odd game in an episode, depending on the games that are coming up or obviously what's going on. Or again, some of it is time restraints because I don't have the most time. It's why I really like the highlight system, because it allows me to get more games done and again progress the series. I'd like to get a number of seasons done. Last year we got 2.5 seasons done. I'd love to get like 5-6 seasons done, and the highlight system would allow for that to happen. But I'm optimistic, even if we do half the amount of games in the highlight system, we'll still be able to progress plenty far into the season and still get some stuff done. So, for example, looking at the games that we're probably going to get through today, hopefully I'll get through this month. At the very least, I will probably highlight 2 of these games and then definitely play the Watford game. And depending on timing, I will play the 4th game, like maybe play against Hull or maybe we play against Bristol City and then we highlight the last game. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. So with that covered, let's crack on with the episode. And just as we're approaching the first game against Cardiff, we'll hear from today's video sponsor.
Do you need some more coins for your FIFA Ultimate Team? Then look no further than U7Buy. They're the cheapest and most reliable place to get your FIFA Ultimate Team coins. And if you use code HURSTY at checkout, you'll get yourself an extra discount. I want to say a massive thank you to U7Buy for sponsoring us. Don't forget that code HURSTY. Now let's get back to the video.
Also, just to highlight, I do still have this cough. It's been like a week and a half I've had this, so apologies if there are either coughs that you hear or cuts that are weird timing. Probably one coming up now. But we're going to start this first game against Cardiff in the highlight system. You can see the team we've gone with pretty much our strongest 11, except Kenneth Powell is very tired from the last game he played. So Ozzy Kakai is going to come in. So without further ado, let's jump into the highlights for game number 1 today up against Cardiff. Again, not going to be an easy one. I think they've got 11 points so far this season. We're currently sat on 18, so we're doing pretty gosh darn good for ourselves. I think we're in some pretty gosh darn good form, but hopefully we can crack on, keep the form up and go into the Watford game, which again will be a game that we play the full game for, and we will hopefully go into that with some decent form. That would be pretty nice to see. Fans soaking it up and literally soaking it up as it is chucking it down here in Wales. Let's see how we start. Lovely chance here immediately off the bat. We get the ball to Ilias, over the top ball, looking like it came from Johansson. Ilias had a lovely first touch. Going to try and lay it inside. It's a good tackle. Haven't quite managed to keep hold of that one. And nearly 20 minutes on the clock. Sorry about the coughing. And Cardiff City are pushing forward themselves as well here. Got to try and defend this one. Not really give them a chance early doors. See if we could just keep them quiet. Ozzy, lovely step in there. Very well done. Good stuff there. Good stuff indeed. Oh, a solo run. Ojo up against Dickey. Ojo is not a slow player either. And Rob Dickey here could be in trouble. There is a man over as well. Going to try and... We tried a power shot from quite some distance there. Senny sort of closing it down as well. Jeez, that could have been problematic if he didn't really try and push that one. But we are going to get the ball now. Still in that first half, about the halfway line here with Johansson. And we're going to try and bring it forward. Take our time. I'm not going to rush this one. Going to take our time. Lovely ball into Ilias. Lovely ball into Linden. Linden Dykes just over the bar. Could have been a real fantastic chance there to take the lead just before half-time, but now even nearer to that half-time mark, and we do get the ball again here. Johansson going to try and get it through to Linden, and we are going to lose it. So it is going to be the second half now. Counter-attack chance for Cardiff City just after the half-time whistle this time. Can we try and just close them down a little bit? Just, again, stop this nice and early and give ourselves a good chance of... some more highlights. Sorry for the cough. Again, not loads I can do about it. Apologies. Ethan Laird, not great. Seny Dieng came to our rescue there. Very, very good stuff indeed. Now, Johansson getting a lot of the ball, Johansson. He's getting a lot of these highlights. You're going to first time pass it into Ilias. Ilias chair. Oh, I tried to turn. I maybe should have cracked on there and gone with Linden, but Ilias is going to get another chance here. Linden, is actually in a really good spot for us to play across him, but I don't think we're going to need him here. Ilias chair, clean through, and Ilias chair finds the back of the net. A player massively in form. I'm not sure what that was just then, but massively in form right now. Doing the absolute business. Ilias, mate, you'll love to see it. Honestly, he is having such a good season for us. I'm not sure what's going on here. Can someone check on Ilias, please? He looks in a serious amount of pain. But we have got about sort of 35 or so minutes left to go. And we do have a chance here with Amos bringing it forward inside to Johansson. Got a lovely run looking there from Chrissy. Well, go on, Chris, mate. Try and bring that ball forward. Doing well here. Kept it. Strong there. He's got Kit Prey up against him. Got to try and keep it alive. Ethan Laird. Trying a little overlap. Not really offering too much. We are going to lose that one. That's such a shame. It wasn't really much going on for us there. We didn't really have much of a chance to sort of play that in because Chrissy Willock was pushed quite wide. But two Cardiff players offside, both pulled back onside as Robinson had it. Dickey and Dunn. Jimmy Dunn, mate. Lovely stuff there. Now we've got a corner here. 72 minutes in. I'm still not great at corners. We'll try one here, though. Going to play it. Bit of an outswinger. Aimed at Linden. Apparently we didn't. Apparently we aimed at Chris Willock. Ilias didn't really play that in too well, but apparently we've kept this alive here. Aussie keeping it alive, playing it back in. And we've got Johansson now. Lovely stuff from Stefan Johansson into Linden. Linden gets it to Ilias. Ilias chair. It's off the bar. Chris Willock mistimes his jump. Doesn't win the ball. They're going to get that one away surely. Or not. Jimmy Dunn still brings it forward. Luke Amos. Lyndon Dykes. Oh, couldn't quite get it there. That's got to be a lost possession. It is. There we go. Okay, fair enough. Corner kick now for Cardiff. 10 minutes to go. It's a little bit squeaky bum time now. 10 minutes on the clock. Hopefully, not too much to have to deal with if we can just get rid of this. Mate, they were in the ascendancy there. That could have been a problem if they won that one, but it was the final highlight of the game, and that is full time. We win it 1-0. A little bit of a close one now. I think we were definitely run close there, but Ilias with a lovely, lovely goal. Linden with a good couple of chances. Couldn't quite find the back of the net. Ilias, again, with a chance to double his score, get a brace, but it didn't happen. But the main thing that did happen is Ilias did score, and that is a big win. Big clean sheet there. And as you can see, we are still sat atop the championship tree. Big game against Bristol City coming up as well. I think what we'll do is we'll play the Watford game, we'll play the Bristol City game, and then we'll highlight the whole game, because that Bristol City game is a big game. Second against first could be a tough one. I have to say, Watford only on 11 points. They have not had a great start to the season, but didn't mean that. They're a good team, so we'll definitely take them seriously. Let's get into our first general playing game, not just highlight game, of the series. A nice long week break means we have a fully fit starting 11. This here is the team I'm going into the game with, and honestly, Linden. Why is Linden not in starting lineup? I wanted Linden up there. This would probably be my go-to starting 11, I think, for us in real life. The only change maybe would be Clark Salter or Balogun for Dickey. I think all three of them are looking pretty good at the moment. There's plenty of contention for that sort of back two at the moment. We're in a bit of an embarrassment of riches, kind of the opposite of what we've had over the last couple of seasons. So it's good to have. But let's get into this game again. First fully played game, non-highlight system of the series. Let's go. Here we are at Loftus Road. Good to be back, good to be home, and against a pretty tough side in Watford. Obviously, as I said, haven't had the best start in regards to the series. Heavily in mid-table on 11 points. It can't be that high up there. Can't be too close to playoffs even. I'd imagine they're maybe a couple of points off, but a few places away. But with 10 points clear of a team like Watford already, that is very, very good place to be at. Again, super happy to get the full strength 11 out there, get the boys in, and hopefully come away with something. Or, well, some things. 3 points would be fantastic, in all honesty. Let's get into it. Let's get into the game. Let's turn off training. Why is that on? Hopefully you guys can't see it behind me. This focus areas thing is on, and it's really annoying. It's like this weird trainer thing. I don't know how to turn it off. I need to find out. Oh, it's not going to have all this nice... It's not going to have this all the time, is it? How do I turn... Why is that on? Right, training centre's off. I found it. Don't worry. Panic averted. Nearly had an absolute mare then. That would have been horrific. Ilias on the ball here, trying to push it out wide, but hasn't quite got the pace to keep up with where he needed to be there. But Johansson now with a good chance to bring this ball forward. Bring it forward pretty confidently as well. And Lyndon Dykes. Lovely stuff from Lyndon, the main man himself, finding the back of the net. Johansson with a really nice run. The run from Chair. Knew he wasn't going to get the pace forward. The play into to Johansson, who then ran that ball really nicely. Really nice run. Lovely weighted pass as well. Gave Lyndon not too much to do. Didn't have to think about much. Just found the top corner. Lovely stuff, Lyndon Dykes. That is, what, 5 now? Yeah, 5 and 7. You'll love to see it, mate. Ethan Laird inside to Chrissy Willock. Chrissy Willock always megs him, but not quite kept it after. Watford on the attack here. Not a good position for me. Got to be careful. Trying. Oh, lovely stuff there from Rob Dickey. Did really, really well to stand his man up and win that. And now Johansson again bringing this ball forward. Johansson, lovely pass again. And Lyndon Dykes could be through. Power shot time. Oh, I tried it. Oh, hold on. Hey, Chrissy Willock picking up the loose pieces. You love to see it. Didn't quite work out with the shot from Lyndon, but Chrissy Willock, mate, gets his, I'm fairly sure, his first goal for the season. And, okay, Elias Chair, mate, is having a weird episode. He's just disappearing and he's lagging and all sorts. But, mate, Chris Willock, very happy to see him get on the score sheet, because I feel like one thing I will say in the highlight system is he didn't get overly involved. Easily our best player, and didn't get too involved. So one luxury, and again, I'm all about compromise. I'm all about finding these middle grounds and improving the series and adding new things. And I think the highlight system is something good to add, but I'm happy to add it in a smaller way than I was planning on adding, for sure. But yeah, it's good to get Chris Willock a bit more involved. I feel like that's going to be very beneficial for the series, for sure. Oh, sorry, not great commentary, but real good chance here as Davis is pushing through. But Senny stood up to it. Very good save. Apologies again. This cough is just not shifting. I really am sorry. That was really interesting. Watford just made a sub before half time. Sarr was not injured. Sarr was not injured at all. That's really interesting. That's really cool, actually. Fair play, EA. That's actually kind of dope. They've sort of seen. I mean, Sarr's a weird one for them to take off. That's one thing for sure. But it's really interesting to see that the AI have acknowledged that they're not playing well and they need to change something. What they need to do is change something at the back, mate, because at the moment you're getting absolutely rinsed at the back. Fair play. But yeah, I think that's really, really cool. The fact that they've implemented those changes from the AI earlier on. Hold on. Sam Field. Nearly. It's going to be half-time, surely, as soon as I get this ball. Rob Dickey was going to thunder one, boys. But 2-0 up at half-time. Very happy with that indeed. The boys have played really, really well. Mate, I can't say much more than that. We've played incredible. One change at half-time is going to be Hutton coming on for Lyndon. Lyndon was just a little bit tired, and I thought, you know what? I can, at the moment, justify resting him because we're playing well. Oh, they were bringing Sarr on. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. They brought Sarr on. The weird thing, I guess, is they're not playing him to start with. But anyway, Hutton coming on for a tired Lyndon, or tired-ish Lyndon. It wasn't the end of the world, but again, if I can rest him, I will. And yeah, that's basically what's going on there. Hutton trying to go through, but couldn't. But yeah, second half, more of the same, hopefully, because we played pretty gosh darn well in the first, minus that one chance they had. Oh, not great. Sarr is through. Or Seny Dieng is going to be beaten there. It's a pretty good shot. Again, Sarr should be starting. It's weird that he wasn't on the starting lineup for them, but it is going to be 2-1. Got work to do. Lovely bit of play, lovely goal as well. Just kind of walked through the defence a little bit. A bit worrying, that one. Oh, he's through again. Davis, sorry. He's through here. Oh, and the defenders walk into each other. Super Seny with a super save. That really was an important save there because, mate, my defenders just straight into each other. Not ideal at all. Going to make a change here. I'm going to take off El Capitano in Johansson and bring on Dizel. Just some fresh legs in the middle of the park. Similar-ish players. So not too much of a, tactical change, really. But we will crack on and try and defend this corner now. They're going to play it short. Sarr is the man short. Luke Amos. Lovely tackle. Good bit of play there to just break that up. Amos now brings this ball away. Hutton is going to try and make a run over the top here. Lovely ball from Luke Amos. And Hutton brings it down well. Oh, it's just wide off the post. Hutton with a real good chance to just add a little something there. And it hasn't quite worked out for him. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make another couple of changes here. We're going to take off Jimmy Dunn for Clark Salter. And we're going to bring on Lecco on that left wing. And you know what? I'm going to bring on Ozzy for Laird. Going to make quite a few changes in one go there. Takes our third, fifth, fourth and fifth spots up. So that's all of our changes we can do. Triple change with about 25 minutes to go. I'm okay with that. Hutton, lovely bit of play now. Gets it into Chrissy Willock, and Willock is through one-on-one. Chrissy Willock, no way has he hit that wide. No way. The defender sort of obviously puts him off a little bit, but Chris Willock gets out on target. Chris Willock scores that, but Chris Willock gets that on target. Hutton looks out wide and finds Ozzy in a lovely spot there, and Ozzy with a great first touch. Ozzy's just going to take it to the byline, dinks it in, knocks it over everyone. Lecco literally just had to tap it sideways and instead just taps it ahead of him. Just zero angle on that. It's going to drop to Chrissy Willock. Can Chrissy Willock get the third? He can. I'm not entirely sure how it's ended up in the way it has. We should have had a goal from Lecco there. The ball in from Ozzy was perfectly over the keeper. And Lecco's just headed it forward. He just had to dink it to the side. Lovely goal there from Chris Willock, it has to be said. Great bit of retention and rotation there. I think it was Amos in the middle of the park who won the ball high up. I have to say, Amos and Johansson in that midfield had a blinder today. They were both fantastic. There's still time to go, still about 5 minutes, but 2-goal lead. I'm confident now the boys can see this out. We just got to defend this and we should be okay. Got to be careful here, Manaj. Oh, that's a lovely ball. Kenneth Powell beaten. It's not over yet. 3-2. And Ishmael Assar is going to make it 3-2 with a brace, I believe. Now, I'm fairly sure he got the first one as well for them. Mate, that was poor. The ball through from Manaj there. I might be saying his name wrong, and I apologise for that. Lovely weighted pass. Kenneth Powers just beaten. Just straight past him. Look at this. This ball here is beautiful. Powell caught on his heels a little bit. Seni maybe could have done better, but it's a lovely goal. And Ishmael Assar, it's his third goal. He's only got 1 goal before this game. We are going to be patient. We're going to be sensible, boys. I'm going to be that guy, and I'm not even sorry about it. We are going to get this ball, and we are just going to keep it. Going to just have a pop here. Oh, no, we're not going to have time for it. That is full time. 3-2. Very happy indeed. Made it difficult for ourselves, but some lovely goals. A brace from Willock as well is great to see because, as I said, a player that doesn't get as involved as I'd like him to purely because of, again, the highlight system wasn't doing it. This is, as I said to you guys, one of the definite perks of getting him back involved, getting him a little bit more involved and going from there. So I'm happy with that. Very happy indeed. Good result. Super happy with that. Great result in the end. And again, Chrissy Willock getting 2 is just a little cherry on the top of that icing, boys. I'm very happy with that indeed. You can see we are currently doing really well. Bristol City dropping drastically. Just with 1 result going against them. That shows how tight this league is. Also worth noting, Hull, not a million miles away down there. They're in 8th. So it's going to be an interesting one. But one thing I'm going to say very quickly, I do need to pay attention to these objectives. I've seen a lot of people getting fired from jobs and losing their jobs. Very silly. It doesn't make sense that they lose their jobs the way they do. So I do need to pay attention to these, and it does mean that Hutton is probably going to get a good chunk of game time. And talking of game time, we jump straight into the next game, which is up against Bristol City. As I said, you can see the referee. It's Keith Stroud. If you know, you know. Sod Keith Stroud. Let's get into it. Same 11, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's go. We're outside London. We're at Bristol, and we are going to hopefully have a similar result to most of the games this season. We started pretty well. Obviously, 1 loss in the league so far, but other than that, we're doing pretty gosh darn good. I have to say, been very impressed with the form of the boys, and I think at the moment the main thing is just keep on keeping on, keep getting the points. If we can keep winning, fantastic. Let's just keep cracking on. And again, if Willock can get more involved, great to see. Linden obviously doing the business, and again, Hutton probably bring him on at some point today, and hope he can bring something to the game himself as well. But no, Chrissy Willock is going to get the ball immediately. Little 1-2 with Linden. The 1 was good, the 2 wasn't quite so, but let's crack on, see what happens. Oh, that's a really nice bit of play there. Got to be careful. Lovely stuff from Laird. That is a terrible tackle. That is a terrible tackle. Terrible pass from me there as well as Jimmy Dunn tries to play it out. But that tackle was absolutely shocking, ref. It's got to be a yellow at the very least, but that could have been a whole lot worse because it's from behind, nowhere near the ball. Dodgy tackle. And from that as well, we have actually conceded. So I'm not happy with it. Not happy with it at all. It's going to be Vyman, I think, is their number 14. It is Andreas Vyman. I'm not happy with that. I do feel hard done by because I feel like that was just not a good tackle at all. But we've got 1-0 down. If I look at the space Vimon's in, Jimmy Dunn, I've put him right out of position. That's my fault there. But that's annoying. To come from that foul, that's very annoying. They're doing it again on this right-hand side here. I've learned my lesson with not giving Vyman too much space. Though I think that time they aimed at Naki Wells, who was the player, by the way, who absolutely took out Ethan Laird. But I think at this point what we can do is just try and settle it a little bit. I'm trying to settle on possession a bit, and I just can't keep the ball for a very long period of time. Said he's got to come out to that. He does. I need a bit more of the ball, boys. Luke Amos going to try and... Oh, it's a heavy touch from Luke. I wanted to set Willock away because Willock and Linden were both just absolutely storming forwards. But neither of them got the ball because Amos just couldn't quite get the touch he needed. Jimmy Dunn with a crucial step in there to win that ball. And Linden now lays it off to Luke. Luke now to Chrissy Willock. Need a bit of space here for Chris to run into. Amos gets it back to Chris. A little bit behind him, but finds Luke. Finds Linden. Linden, power it across that goal. Linden Dykes. Lovely stuff. 6 goals, I believe, in the league now. Pick that floating ball up. Take it back to the halfway line. And let's crack on. Lovely stuff in the end. Really, really good play. That little trio of Amos, Willock and Linden is playing really, really nicely. Very similar to like the plays we've had on the left with Elias, Johansson and Linden. So it's good to know those two little triangles are working. And it's good to know that the striker, obviously Linden or Hutton, especially Linden, are at the tip of it and managing to get things to work. But hold on a second. Johansson couldn't quite create something. Get it to Ethan. Laird. Whip it in there. It's not the best. Actually, it's a pretty good cross. Oh, it's a good effort from Johansson, but it's a good save. Well, it's half time. We go in even Stevens at the break. And probably fair, I'd have to say. I think Bristol City have definitely had the better of the chances. We've only really had those 2 chances at the end. It would have been a bit of a smash and grab first half to score with, I think, the only 2 chances of the game for us so far. But half time, 1-1. I can't complain too much. I am going to take off Linden for Hutton. As I say, I need to try and get some of these objectives done. So giving Hutton some minutes is definitely helpful. But another player that will get some game time is Tyler Roberts today because he did ask to play. So he will come on for either Ilias or Chris, most likely. But that will be at some point in the second half. We've got a little bit of time, a little bit of things to think about before then. Starting off with this ball here through to Hutton. Now Hutton is a little bit isolated here. He's done well to take it past his first man. His dribbling there felt really weird. His dribbling just felt off. He wasn't really moving. That was annoying. Johansson into Hutton. Hutton, lovely turn. Hutton's going to have a go. Oh, it's a great save from the keeper in the end there. Really, really good effort. Just to play that shot on the outside of that centre-back was a really, really... he's found the space really well, to be fair. Going to bring on Roberts, as I'd said previously. Going to also bring on Dazelle. Again, it's going to be for Johansson, boys. I'm not going to lie to you because we've got a game in a couple of days and I want him fighting fit and ready for that game. So going to have to rotate just a little bit. Roberts and Dazelle both making their way onto the pitch. Let's whip this one in there. Chip it. Chrissy Willock. Aim at that close post. Hutton, I think, was a player up for it. Dazelle heads it down to Amos, who thumps it straight into their centre-back. Luke Amos leaving the ball behind him there, which is a bit frustrating because he had bit of space to run into, a little bit of time as well. Dazelle going to find Roberts. He's going to have to look out wide, find Kenneth Power. A few tired players, so a few changes coming as when the ball next goes off the pitch. But Tyler Roberts here is going to drop to Hutton, and Hutton just wide of the post. He just cannot catch a break at the moment in the highlight game and in this. He's just been missing the target just slightly. But Kenneth Powell off for Aussie. Jimmy Dunn off for Clark Salter. Have to say, Aussie getting a few more minutes than I kind of expected. But Laird and Powell both getting relatively tired. And again, with a game 2 days away from now, the rotation is very much needed. And you guys know how much I love Aussie Kakai anyway, so I don't mind it. But I know that there's probably a few people not expecting him to get as many minutes as he has. Hutton. He's got to score that. He has to. Is he left-footed? If he's left-footed, this is kind of my fault. He's left. I mean, he's got 4-star weak foot though. He is left-footed. That's on me. That is on me. But 4-star weak foot. You'd think he'd have scored that. Bristol playing this ball around a little bit loosely, and we have a chance to bring this away now. Dazelle with a heavy touch. That was such a good opportunity to try and play that through to Hutton. hopefully at some point onto his left foot would be quite nice, as I've discovered that is his stronger foot. But Chris Willock now. Oh, that's a bad pass. I won't lie to you. I was trying to play it all the way across to Roberts, but it hasn't gone that way. And now we've got to be careful here. Vyman! It's not Vyman. It's not Vyman, but I'll tell you what it is. It's 2-1 to Bristol City. Conway, I think that said. That is bad timing, boys. You can see the squad sat down. You can see the boys devastated. It's a bad time to concede. Rob Dickie not happy with the boys in front of him, but honestly, have to say that the man at fault was Rob Dickie. Out of position. Conway in acres of space. Not what we needed at all there. With 3 minutes on the clock, we have not got much time to try and push forward here. But Tyler Roberts is going to do his best to bring this ball forward if he can. He's taking it against the wing-back. But no one's in there. Where is Hutton? Where is Willock? Where is anyone? Got to get in the box, boys. There's a 3 minutes added time. Oh, man. Absolutely fuming. Hold on a second. It's been given to us. Hutton. I've tried to put it onto his left. I did what I could at the end there. That is so disappointing, boys. A 2-1 loss, our second loss in the league. We lose to a team who were sort of knocking on the door a little bit as well. Gutted with the loss. It's one of those things, though, isn't it? It's poor defence in both chances. I've pulled a defender out of the way. It's something I need to work on. Is not pulling my centre-backs out of position. I've done that far too much. You can see still 2 points clear. Millwall and Blackburn definitely right behind us. But with our last game of the episode, it is going to be a highlights game because just for timing, it is 2 o'clock in the morning. I need to probably wrap this up and edit because it's going live in like 6 hours. You can see a bit more rotation. Dazelle in and Ozzy in. Linden obviously keeps his starting place, but otherwise the team is the same. Again, it's just because this game is happening with a 2-day break between this and the Bristol City. So let's jump into those highlights. Back at Loftus Road, and hopefully back to winning ways would be quite nice because realistically wasn't the result we wanted or needed against Bristol City. It would be great to try and fix that. Let's not mess about. Let's get straight into it, boys. QPR against Hull. Again, Hull probably surprising a few. I was surprised to see them in in 8th. Sorry for the cough. I apologise. But, you know, if they're doing well, if they're getting the results, that's what matters. That's what gets you up there. Starting off with a chance of their own. Dickey steps in well and then steps in not very well. Jimmy Dunn is going to win that. Good tackle, but, mate, that's a yellow card for Dickey 23 minutes in. Not good for me at all here, but Johansson, great chance. Sorry, his cough is just sticking with me right now. Yes, chair. Go on, Linden. Lyndon Dykes thumps it home for, I don't even know how many goals now, 7 maybe? And now we've got a chance here on the counter-attack, and Johansson again with a chance to maybe set a ball away. Linden, I think I've just timed it. I have Lyndon Dykes clean through. Linden, mate, Linden, it has to be said, the difference between Linden and Hutton right now is very evident. Lyndon Dykes is incredibly clinical. Hutton, again, admittedly, kind of my fault that I forgot he was left-footed, but the difference is so visible. But Lyndon Dykes with a brace already in the first half. Let's get this corner away. Still alive as we haven't really got possession of the ball. It's just gone over the bar. That could have been bad, but a good chance here. Sayed Mensah is how I'm going to try and say that name. Clean through. Kenneth Powell, can he get there? Yes, he can. Lovely stuff. And we do get that one away. And it is now the second half. QPR attack. Ilias Chair. Look at the space for Linden. This has got to be 3. Got to be a hat-trick, surely. Oh, I've mistimed it. It's got to be offside. It is offside. That's so disappointing because I asked for the pass and it just happened a little bit later than I would have realised or would have liked. It's a shame. Going to be a little bit cheeky here. Boys. I'm going to try it. Johansson, hit it low. Bit of curve. I tried it. I tested Ingram, but it wasn't quite what I needed. But we get another free kick. A lot more central. Not really a shooting chances. So I'm going to lay this one short. Going to play it to Dickey. And Dickey loves a good long-range effort. Oof. Never mind. Another chance here. We are absolutely in the ascendancy. Johansson is going to lay this off to Ilias Chair. Ilias Chair with a finesse. Oh, very nearly recreating the goal he actually scored against Hull in real life. The beauty of a finesse that he played. Absolute worldie of a shot. But Lyndon Dykes now. Lovely stuff out here to Ozzy Kakai. Ozzy going to try and get this ball in the box. Aimed at Ilias for some reason instead of the aerial threat of Lyndon Dykes. But 2-0, seizes through, gets the win, secures it. Lovely stuff. A bit of a blip in the middle of the episode, but we salvaged it. Very happy indeed in the end to get things back up and running. And Lyndon Dykes, again, having a superb time of things. Blackburn still just behind us. Millwall dropping. Oh, Millwall haven't played their game yet. So you can see the top of the league is very, very tight. There's not much give, really. Teams like Burnley, again, Watford down and amongst it. Down at the bottom at the moment, you've got Sunderland, bottom of the table. That is genuinely mental. And then Rotherham and Wigan filling those last spaces. But again, 3 points separates 22nd from 17th. It's a very close one. I am, however, going to end the episode there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And again, please do let me know your thoughts on the changing from highlights being everything to every now and again, or sort of rotating. Let me know. I'm down to include them both. Again, I do like the highlight system. I do enjoy it. But I'm also very aware that it wasn't everyone's cup of tea, so I won't make it the entire of the series. I think that would be a little bit unfair of me to do so. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please do leave a like on the video. Supports me, the video, and the series out. If you're new, hit that sub button and turn notifications on to be told anytime that we upload a video. If you want to watch us on our live streams, it's Hursty Games over on Twitch. There's a link to my TikTok and my Twitch. I do stream on both down below. While you're down there, make sure you show some love to the channel sponsors as well. Massive thank you to them and for you guys for supporting the channel. But that's it for now. Thank you for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and I will see you soon. Look after yourselves, and of course, wash your hands.
His name is
in a bit.
Thirsty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat, or say hello. Entertain, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'm a read it slow. Hursty Games, yeah, you already know.